Okay, this is your next training evolution. Joe's put together here. It's your skill drill. It's initial engine 219 attack utilizing 45mm pre-connect attack line deployments. This drill here is going to involve a scenario where the assignment is to provide two 45mm pre-connects which is able to meet its target. The pre-connected attack lines are designed to provide a quick deployment and attack the fire target and slow down its progression. The suppression is intended to be fast, efficient knockdown of the fire. To accomplish this time-sensitive assignment, the engine will conduct a quick size-up and deploy two 45 pre-connected attack lines and supply all the water that is available through the tank supply. So here's how the scenario is going to go. We laid it out on the board here just so it's easier to identify, and then once we show you the scenario outside, you'll understand what we're dealing with. We put up a kind of a scenario outside in the parking lot. So ultimately what you're going to have is you're going to have 219 is going to pull up to curbside like you would for a residential home. Understanding that your pre-connects on your 219 is in the front bumper. So positioning of 219 is critical, and it is important that you identify where your location is best suited for the front bumper. So what we're saying is try to position 219's bumper at the center of the property that you're trying to attack the fire. That would give you best advantage for both of your pre-connects out of that front bumper to go either inside the property or around the property. In this case, our scenario is going to be similar to what we had just recently, was the garage fire in the rear of the property. The detached garage in the back is our fire. So staging 219 at the center of the property, and our property out on the lot is going to be a bunch of pylons, which identifies the house. So the pylons is the house, and you need to go around the house. So the objective of the exercise is that you stage your truck at the front of the house on the curb. Curbside will be lined with pylons as well. Set yourself up. Do a quick assessment as an instant commander, that's the captains and the officers. Come back and let your firefighters know that you want to deploy two pre-connects to the rear of the house to the garage. So your firefighters would don full BA, SCBA and equipment and deploy one line of the Scorpion load down the left side of the house, one line to the right side of the house to the exposure in the rear. The whole intent of this is to give you another tool in the toolbox that you've got quick pre-connects that you can advance very quickly, very rapidly, and get water very quickly. We're not identifying hooking to a hydrant at this point. This is all tank supply. And what we're trying to get you to do is actually time the event so you understand what kind of times you have. There's going to be two timing events involved in this. The first timed event is how long does it take to deploy your pre-connect from the truck to the full extension that you need and have it deployed? How long does that take? And to get water out of that nozzle. The second time we're looking for is we want you to run your tank supply to complete empty. So pump operator is going to keep flowing water, and the time is going to start once it reaches the nozzle to when he is empty. And how much time does that give you? That'll give you an idea, an approximate amount of time and ability that you would have with pre-connects, attacking a fire, and how much time of water supply you have prior to having a hydrant source supplied to you, which would typically, in this case, would be provided by the second-in engine or the second-in crew. So that's the intent of the exercise. That's the intent of the process. What we'll do is we'll take it outside and we'll actually walk through it on an actual physical exercise out there with the crew today. Okay, now this is the layout outside. I just wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of the layout. So 219 would actually stage itself like this outside in the backyard. The two pylons out in front are actually the curbside. So you're now parked on curbside. When you look across the lot, the pylons now that you see in the middle of the lot is the layout for the house. So these are the corners of the house. So that is the house. The actual fire is the garage in the back. The garage in the back is the actual fire. that you're intending to go to. So your whole intent is to deploy around the outside of the pylons in order to get to the garage. So that is your initial staging point to get things started so you're ready to go. Okay, so now we've arrived on scene, and as the officer in charge, you can see the lay of the land that you have with the house, the garage and fire in the back. This is where now you want your pump operator to make sure that they stage the front end of the bumper in the center of the house, so you've got access either to the house or around both sides of the yard to go. In between curbside and the house is all front yard, so you can freely run through that yard and get to the back. You just can't run through the house. So at this time we'd arrive on scene, we'd have our firefighters in the back gear up and ready for an attack, and then we will actually do a quick size up and then deploy our pre-connects. So here we go. Okay, so as an officer, you're going to do a 360 of what's going on. So you want to look to see what's happening. And as you check around the house, you can see that we're within our 35 meters and we can gain access to that garage with our pre-connects. We can actually give our assignments to our firefighters quickly that we want 2 pre-connects deployed. Firefighters should be coming off the truck, ready to deploy your pre-connects. So it looks like we can attack this fire on both the B and D sides with pre-connects to the garage in the back. Firefighters in full turnout gear, breathing apparatus on, will deploy now the pre-connects. This is where we would time how long it takes from the time you get off the truck and you actually start deploying this. Right now we're not timing it. We want to give it an idea of how long is it going to take to get this line to the back. You can see that we have to deploy one at a time so we get the one guy out of the way so he can then advance. He's got his pre-connect headed out. He's advancing his line around the one side of the house. Second line is now being advanced through to the front yard, and now he's attending and going around to the backyard. Water's already being discharged. We have water flow already on one line, water on the fire. We have water on 2 lines on the fire. That would be a stop point time when the water gets to the nozzle. Once we have water on the nozzle, we will continue to flow and monitor time to see how long it takes to run that water out of the tank. So we were going now to complete tank supply. So as you can see, we do have lots of lines still out here, even though we've gone from that point of extra line in the front yard, enough to reach the garage fire, lots of line to go on a pre-connect, quick fire attack, quick knock down, utilizing pre-connects. A tool in the toolbox that can be used very efficiently, very fast. We'll continue to run these lines at full supply until we actually run out of water in the tank. This again giving you how much water we got, how much time we have utilizing these 2 lines. As we proceed with future training, we'll give you opportunities to do it with Cisco, do it with a deck gun. There'll be other opportunities. This is your exercise today. This is what we want you to accomplish. Once this exercise is complete, the team has to reload the Scorpion load in the bumper, fill up the water in the truck from the hydrant, and do it again. So we have all members of your crew advancing the Scorpion loads out on the fire. So everyone gets an opportunity. It's not a pump operated evolution, it's a hose deployment evolution to give us the ability to show you how to deploy pre-connects fast, efficient, and getting water quickly. As you can see, we are supplying a lot of water to this fire at this time. This is just from tank supply only. The key, as you've seen at the very beginning, very, very quick water. Once the line's pulled, you have water. Pump just ran out of water. You can hear it running low. That's the time of ending of the water. That's the time ending of the evolution. Now it's a matter of shutting down, recording your times, and reloading. Okay, what I wanted to show you right now is just that we just showed you the demonstration with the members that we have here at the station right now, and we deployed our two pre-connects with one firefighter on each line. Traditionally, we wouldn't be doing that, only because you got 4 guys in the back. You're going to go 2 guys per line. And so what I'm getting the guys, I'm getting Jeff and Joe just to show you how you would be doing it correctly with your crews with the 2-man response. One guy advances just like you normally would, and away he goes. Your second backup guy, make sure the hose has cleared the bed, grab the half of the loop, and advance down to the line to get your full extensions. And again, same deployment, but now you got the 2-man assisting. Your backup man now goes down to assist his nozzleman. Once he gets to the end, he has water. We now have water on the fire and your 2-man support system in place. Very good. Hope you enjoy your training evolution, guys. We're having a lot of fun putting it together for you. Have a good evening, good day, and goodbye. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I got to throw in that question of the day so I can acknowledge your video attendance. What is the name of that load in the front of 209 called? Just looking for the name. Have a good day.
Choo bang bang.